I have a harsh truth for you guys today that I hope will lead to a moment of realization, but also leave you inspired after watching this video, as well as motivated to change your life. If you are a man and you are not where you want to be in life, maybe you're just lost overall, purposeless, out of shape, depressed, lonely, broke, etc. Besides maybe your mom and your grandma, nobody really cares. In fact, if you actually vented about these things to people as a man and you complained about your life circumstances and how you're not where you want to be and how your life sucks, most people, both men and women, again, who's not maybe your immediate family, would simply just have less respect for you and not really want to be around you. And this is the harsh reality of this world as a man. You, as a man, are not born with any value. And if you do not build value to give to society, society simply does not care about you and you are just completely expendable. The world does not reward you for simply existing. This is a right reserved for attractive, at least averagely attractive women. There is a biological basis for this. Say we as humans have the desire to reproduce and build tribes and civilizations. Women have inherent value because they have a more scarce resource of the two that create life between the egg and the sperm. The egg is much more rare. Men, we're constantly creating sperm. We can shoot it out as much as we want and we'll continue to make more pretty much up until the day we die. Whereas women have a very limited amount, and when that woman does actually get pregnant, she has to take a whole year to have that baby. Whereas one man, if he has sex every single day under the right circumstances with the right woman, he could have 365 babies in a year. Because of this, each individual man has less biological value towards our species. This is why throughout history, there's been so many excess men that have just been sent to war, used just for cheap labor, and never had a family. In fact, most men have not actually reproduced throughout history. Almost double the amount of women biologically throughout human history have reproduced versus the amount of men. So the amount of men who have reproduced throughout history, almost double the amount of women have reproduced in the same sense, because women are just inherently more valuable to the human species. Now, men actually can be extremely valuable, and in some sense, the top men of the human tribe or community or society, civilization, are actually the most valuable, even more valuable than the most desired woman. However, if you're watching this video right now, I hope you're on the way there, but you're probably not there yet. I don't even believe I'm there yet. And because of that, nobody really cares about how you feel, your struggles, if you're depressed, if you have thoughts of ending it all every single night. That's what you wake up to every day, which I've experienced in the past. Nobody really cared in that moment, and I knew nobody really cared besides maybe my mama. If you get sick, if you get into a car accident in that low state, nobody's going to care. The world's going to move on. There's going to be no big story about it. All right, your family will grieve you. Your mom will be really, really sad, but the rest of the world will simply move on very, very, very quickly. Now, for the men who have built themselves into value, the men who society respects because of what he brings to society, what he provides to society, and that doesn't necessarily just mean money. Money is a big component of that, but there could be many things you provide of value to society, to your community, to your tribe, to your family that goes far beyond money. If that guy gets sick, gets hurt, gets in a car accident, society is going to freak out because society, your community, your tribe, is relying on that man to provide. They're relying on the value that that man has built, that that man has accumulated in himself, the resources that he's gained, the knowledge that he's gained, the wisdom that he's gained, the abilities, the leadership that he's gained to lead and provide for the tribe. So when he goes down, the tribe takes a huge hit. When you, who stays at home all day, jerking off, playing video games, eating junk food, not doing anything with your life, same thing happens to you, nobody cares. In fact, it's not even a loss for society. One less mouth to feed. This is just the way things are, guys. I've experienced being in that low state and nobody really cares. The guys who I was around, my peers, they didn't really care that much. They'd be like, oh, like that sucks, man. Maybe they could tell that I was down. I was smart enough not to really talk too much about my problems to other people around me when I was dealing with them, because that would just lower their perception of me even more. I just had to take it on the chin and deal with it myself and try to figure it out myself, which I did. That led to the discovery and the creation of the method. You can watch my full story in the 4-hour masterclass at the start of that video in the description below. When you're in that state, it can seem unfair and harsh because this is your entire reality. From your point of view, your suffering in that moment is everything. You not having what you want is everything. You not being able to get that girl is everything. You being broke and having low self-esteem is everything. But guess what? To everyone else, it's nothing. They don't care. If you got even into a worse state, nobody would care, and the world would simply move on without you. Good riddance. All right, sucks to be him. This is just the way the world works if you are a man. All we can do is accept the world that we have been born into, accept the cards that you've been given, and make the most of it. The responsibility is on you. You can stay a victim. You can stay an addict. You can stay in this cycle of dopamine chasing, suffering, feeling sorry for yourself. But guess what? Nothing's going to change. You're just going to get worse and worse and worse, and people are going to not even pity you, just lose respect for you more and more and more. Your mama will get sadder and sadder. No one else will be sad. Everyone else will be doing their own thing. That girl that you want, that you couldn't get, the girl that rejected you, yeah, she's going to be with a guy who is a winner, a guy who has built himself into value. She's not going to think about you at all. Doesn't matter how much you think about her. You're nothing to her until you build yourself into that man of value. It is on you. You are the one living in your reality daily. If your life sucks, you are the one who has to deal with that every single day. Victimizing yourself does nothing for you. Nobody chose the rules of this game, but you're in this game, so you either play it or you accept defeat and deal with a life that sucks for the rest of your life because of that. I want you to get mad. I want you to get mad at the fact that your life sucks so bad, that your life is so bad, that you're not getting anything you want in life, that that girl rejects you, she thinks you're not good enough, and I want you to turn that into anger. I want you to turn that into anger, that these intense negative feelings that you're feeling, the world doesn't give a shit about. You could get worse. You could get in a car accident and lose your legs tomorrow. Nobody would care unless you were already a man of value. Then the people who you were providing for, again, not just money, providing other things for as well, they would care. But if you're not there yet, no one cares. Oh, that sucks, man. Gee, wouldn't want to be him. That's what they're thinking right now. If you're in a low spot, what they're thinking is, wouldn't want to be him. You need to internalize that. That's how people are viewing you. Get mad and use this as motivation to change your life, because no one else is going to be able to do it besides you. This harsh reality of being a man is also the most beautiful part about it, because even though you have no value as a man, at any point in your life, whether you're watching this and you're 18, you're 21, you're 25, you're 30, you're 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, you can build your value. You can go from nothing to high value. Women don't have that luxury. They get all their value up front and they have to preserve it. But eventually that value to society overall fades. Right? If they don't capitalize on that, there's nothing they can do to get it back. We as men, we have a longer timeline. So no matter what age you are watching this video, you can build it. Skills are learnable. Amazing physique is developable. Your looks can be improved. Your confidence can be completely transformed. Your aura can be completely and utterly transformed to the point where you are completely unrecognizable. I saw someone I was close with in high school, pretty close with, like didn't hang out outside of high school, but had some classes with him senior year. We were talking every single day, who I saw for the first time since high school, so 8 years at the gym. And he actually didn't recognize me. I recognized him right away. He looked pretty similar. He'd definitely been in the gym a little bit. He didn't have as much of a transformation as I had on the method. But when I told him who I was, he kind of was like, oh shit. He realized who I was. But I've changed so much. I built myself so far from where I was that he didn't even recognize me. And that state that you're in right now, that low state, you can build yourself up to a point where you are unrecognizable from that state you're in now. You can build yourself to the point where that girl who wanted nothing to do with you, who was like, ew, that guy, you, is not worthy of me at all. He's a loser. I don't want anything to do with him. You can build yourself up to where that same girl views you as the prize, as praying every single night that you give her a chance. That same girl. Now, if a girl rejected you with that in the past, you don't want to go for that same girl, right? But other women, her caliber and higher, will view you that way when you transform. Use that pain you feel now and use it as fuel. Stop waiting. Stop waiting around for other people to care about you. Stop waiting around for other people to validate your feelings. No one's going to. That's what women do. Women get their feelings validated and they say, oh no, girl, you don't need to change. You're okay the way you are now. No, you're not a man. You don't have that luxury to feel good about the way things are right now. If things aren't good right now, other people know and they view you as a loser. And they're glad that they're not you. Be mad at that, because deep down, I know that you know that you're not a loser. Deep down in your soul, you know you have that potential that you have not reached, whether it be a lack of accountability, lack of discipline, addictions that have holding you back. But deep down, you are not a loser. I know that you're not, and you know that you're not as well. If you're watching this video, you got made to the point of this video, you are not. You have to build yourself up into the value to the point where now the world cannot deny it either. The world cannot deny that you are a winner, that you have value as a man, that you are someone worth respecting. So now what you need to do is you need to put your head down and grind. You need to grind in silence, not seek any validation. Don't seek any validation. Don't post it on social media. Post nothing. Just put your head down and grind. Starts with the method. Follow our masterclass in the description below. Start with that. Once you get that down, you got to focus more on your finances, building your career, resources. If you do the full method and you combine it with a good career and resources, you are going to be a man of value. As long as you have an average base, starting out average genetic base, any guy can get to the point where they are fully respected by society, by men, they're desired by women. It's up to you if you want to take that step. First step is down in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this harsh truth was a realization, but also motivation for you to grind on your journey. Whether you haven't started or you're on your journey right now, using this video as motivation to keep going. I hope you got something out of it. Comment down below, like the video so this video can spread to others. And as always, subscribe for truth. Peace.